This is Ronmower. Happy New Year. And I'm not going to really talk about 2016 because I did that in the impromptu live stream where I played Mario 3. And I did wish you a Happy New Year. My Metroid live stream yesterday, or a few hours ago, whenever I upload this video. So rather I want to take the time to talk about 2017. I want to talk about 2017, and I don't announce anything, but I will announce that I do have several ideas for both channels in mind for 2017. I have projects in my head that have not been, everything's in pre-production right now in terms of other projects that I have ideas for. Tibbs and Wigon know of some of them because they're involved in some future projects I plan on doing on the Ronmower channel and the S2K channel. So with that being said, I just want to make note that some of you already know this. This will mark the 10th anniversary, 2017, September 2017, or will mark my 10th anniversary of doing YouTube videos. The S2K channel started in 2009, but the Ronmower channel, started doing videos in September 2007. And again, some of those have been taken down, but the oldest videos you'll see is me and my friends sitting around playing Street Fighter. Before I knew how to use screen capture, I had a webcam in front of the TV, and me, Venom, Angel, The Unknown, Swindoll, sitting around playing some Street Fighter or whatever it is. As old as October 2007 is the oldest videos you'll see, and I actually did start videos in September 2007, but I talked about that in my Humble Beginnings video if you care to check that out, but some of those were taken down. Doimon's one of the few people that are still subscribed to me today that's actually seen those videos. And yeah, so I did, I think, videos like I used a camcorder that I rented from Aaron's Rent Center. And so those I still actually have, but I'm not going to upload unless I get a screen capture or something for it, but that's just too much trouble to do, and just don't even expect to see those. And you probably don't want to anyway, it's nothing special. But yeah, 2017, you know, and those of you who know me, you know I don't do this for money. I do it because I really, really like it. And I had a very interesting conversation with a good friend of mine. His name is Brian. You might have seen him in my ST2K show where he's facing Swindoll in a Street Fighter match, where Swindoll starts complaining about Brian using a command center, which is the control with the arcade stick. And so Brian is a good friend of mine, and we hung out for New Year's, and he was telling me about, man, you ought to think about maybe making money off of this. And I said, well, believe me, if I had the option to do it, I would make a lot of money. A living, at least a living, not necessarily a millionaire like PewDiePie, but at least a living to where I can do this and not have to work in the restaurant business, or not even do web design anymore. Because my real passion is not in web design, it's gaming. My boss told me I should make a living as a wrestling historian. Well, we got Norman Caruso as the gaming historian. Maybe we can have Ronnie Green as a wrestling historian? That could work, but honestly, I think I have more passion for video games than I do wrestling, because I actually do this as a hobby on YouTube. I don't do wrestling as a hobby on YouTube. There's wrestling YouTube channels that talk about wrestling, and I actually try to do that. I had a wrestling channel called Wrestling Memories back in 2011, and that didn't last long because I just wasn't into it. And I wanted to devote my time to both the Ronmower and the S2K channels, which are gaming channels. So I have more passion for gaming than I do wrestling, and I wanted to be Nintendo gameplay counselor when I was a kid. That did not happen, and it could not happen now anyway, because that department's been discontinued because we have the internet now. So I do have a Patreon account set up. That's for anybody that feels generous, and I will be doing some live streaming on Twitch. I'll call it twitching. I'll be doing some Twitch probably next month or so, maybe a little sooner, I don't know. I'm still doing YouTube streaming right now. I'm starting to get the gist of it, and I may do some random streams or scheduled streams on Twitch probably starting next month. Not sure what games to do yet on Twitch, and some people make money off of that. People want to donate as a way of saying, hey man, I like your stuff, you know, here's $1 or here's $5. we got those donation requests, which I may or may not do, where people donate $10 to him and he'll do a game that they request because they donated $10. So, but I mean, I don't make a living doing this. If I could, I would. And my friend said, well, you probably still could do it, just maybe change your format. And now don't get me wrong, this guy means well. He's a good friend of mine. He means well in what he was telling me. He wasn't trying to say, well, Len, you need to change your format because you want to make money and change your format, and that might entail doing things of a gaming historian style, or son of a glitch style, or the gaming grumps or game theorist style. And me, my style is just mainly to play games, mainly let's plays, some reviews. You don't hardly see those anymore. You don't hardly see low budget reviews anymore. You don't hardly see Ronmower reviews anymore. Those are not completely scrapped. I just don't do those as often because let's plays and let's checkouts and long time no plays are more easier to do for me. The editing process is easier, and to me it's just more fun. And I told Brian, if I have to change my format completely and not use Nintendo footage anymore to where I don't get third-partied and my AdSense money goes somewhere else, that's not really worth it. I mean, you know, you've heard my story of the Google AdSense BS. I do have monetization again. I do have a Google AdSense account. It got reinstated last year, but I don't monetize, or for the most part, I don't really monetize my videos. I was thinking about doing it here, and J-Man advised against this too. He told me, don't monetize your videos, because if you do, you're going to get accused of fraudulent clicking activity again, or Nintendo or Konami's going to third party your videos anyway, and you won't see a dime. And Brian was telling me, do some more obscure games, which sometimes I do, but I do games that I really feel like doing. I don't want to avoid Nintendo just because they third party my videos to death and whatever. And so, I mean, to me, I want to do this for fun, and of course I would like to make money doing it, but as you know, I've done this for almost 10 years now, and the only money I've ever made off of this was like $7 off a blip, which took years to accumulate. So, you know I don't do this for the money. But my other friend Devon asked me one time, what makes you happy? This is when I was in between jobs and I was at a temporary job, and I didn't want to be in the restaurant business anymore. As great as it was to me, I guess for the most part, it's still a lot of dark things about it, and I just don't want to do that business anymore, really. Like if I had a choice, if I found a genie, and you know, the genie said, you get one wish, what do you want to do for a living for the rest of your life? I say the stuff I do on YouTube that I've been doing the past almost 10 years. That would be my way of living. Making at least $30,000 a year, or enough to make a living and then some, and then put in the savings account and put my kids through college one day. Yeah, of course I do this for a living, and those that say they don't or would not do it is lying. I mean, those that actually enjoy doing this, that's not selling out. Selling out is saying you'll never do this to make money, you only do it for free, and then you end up doing it. That's selling out because you just went against what you've been saying. I would love to make money doing this stuff. I mean, nowadays anybody can be a YouTube partner pretty much. The Ronmower channel has been around for 9 years, and so I've done a lot of mainly old school games, let's plays, a few reviews here and there. That's 2K channel, I don't really want to ever monetize that because that's just a side channel. That's more of a hobby than the Ronmower channel is. Ronmower channel is my main channel. And so, yeah, I mean, I really would like to make, if not a living, then side money, which is what I really was doing for a while in Flip, even though I didn't see that money for a long, long time. And YouTube's, Google's threshold before you get a payment is like $100 before you can get anything in the mail or through your direct deposit or whatever. And that can take a long, long time. But I was like, that's fine. I mean, I'm still making ad revenue here and there. That's pretty cool. Until my Google AdSense got disabled because of fraudulent clicking activity, which means I or someone else kept on refreshing the videos over and over again to accumulate the AdSense money, and so to where I can make more money. That's not what I was doing, and I don't know if anybody else that might have been doing that. And my question was, how can I control someone else from doing that to me? If there's a troll that keeps on refreshing my videos over and over and over again to get me in trouble with Google, what am I going to do? Put a gun to their head and make them stop? Or tell them to stop? I can't force them to stop. How am I going to control what someone else does with my videos online? I can't stop someone from downloading them. I can't stop someone from refreshing the videos and watching them over and over again to where it gets more views and generates more money. And I read a fact page, and it said something about, well, you're still responsible for making sure that don't happen, and if you do see suspicious activity on your Google Analytics page, then that's when you can report it. And I was thinking, man, this is too much work just to do that, and I don't want this to be more work than it's fun, because as a hobby, this should be more fun than anything. If I'm not getting paid to do this, I'm not going to work that hard at it, and I'm not going to bend over backwards to do it. Well, I'm getting paid a lot of money, I better work hard. No, forget that. Maybe if I really was making a living doing this, and then fine, if it's my livelihood. And some people say it's not a real job. Well, if you're PewDiePie or some of these people that get millions of subscribers and millions of hits, and it pays your bills and then some, it is a real job. Because it's paying your bills, you're making a living doing something that you like doing. It is a real job. I watched a video of Son of a Glitch where he said something about Google AdSense, this copyright stuff is messing up his revenue sharing, and he might have to go out and get a real job. And I gotta assume he means a job outside of YouTube, because, and Brian told me, you know, you should expect that third-party ads, and I just think it's ridiculous. Legally, these companies like Nintendo do have the right to third-party or take down videos or take down fan-made games, whatever. Legally, they're right, but are they right morally? They look a little silly, where these videos are getting more exposure for their games, even if they're making fun of the games, saying they're terrible. Well, don't make terrible games, first of all. Second, it's their opinion, it should fall into fair use. And I mean, but it's a big gray area. As some of you know, a lot of the footage I use, not all footage, but a lot of footage, especially recently, is not my own footage. Twilight Princess for GameCube on SC2K is from World of Longplays. Why? Because I could not get the Dolphin emulator to work right on my PC, or do I know how to use it? It seemed too complicated, and it was an LP I really wanted to do to celebrate the 10th anniversary of its release in North America. And if I can't play the game myself, well, what's the next best thing to do? Take someone's footage and use it as your own LP, and give credit for it in the description box. And I don't see anything wrong with that, because number one, I'm being honest and saying, hey, I didn't record this, but I do act like I do in the LP for the illusion of the LP for entertainment purposes. I give the illusion that I'm playing it, even though I'm really not. But I always give credit in the description box. And you might think, yeah, even if I was making a living or millions of dollars doing this, would that be fair? Because you're actually not even using your own content, you're using someone else's content. But then again, it's not their content either, because Nintendo owns the right to that content, they don't. So who has the ultimate right to say something? Well, obviously Nintendo, with Nintendo games, that is, or Konami, with Konami games. It's all a bunch of confusing BS. And so part of me feels like, yeah, it wouldn't be fair to make money anyway if I'm not, if everything I'm doing is not my own creation. And so, but yeah, it's all a bunch of convoluted, confusing BS, and it's much easier if you just do this for fun. And there's a few times I might have gotten burnt out, but not really. I mean, a lot of this I play by ear, and I try not to plan it too hard to plan anything, because I don't want it to be more work than it is fun. But I do have a Patreon in case anybody is generous to donate something here or there. Regardless if anybody donates or not, I'm still going to do videos on a regular basis as best I can. And I'm not going to put exclusive content on Patreon first. Everybody's going to see the same thing at the same time. And I did get rid of my vid.me account, because it's just another video sharing site. I got a bunch of accounts I use online. I use the Ronmower Facebook page, which connects to my personal Facebook and SC2K Facebook pages. I got SC2K and Ronmower Twitter accounts. I got Ronmower SC2K YouTube accounts. Ronmower's web design Twitter page. I mean, then just another account to keep track of, another password I gotta remember. And vid.me just doesn't seem worth it. I know it's more exposure, but I don't think it's big enough yet to where it would really help me out, and I just got rid of it and said, nah, never mind. So, yeah, so 2017 really is a year where it's going to be a milestone, because I'm going to look back and say, man, 10 years. And a part of me would like to stop doing videos in September 2017, because it will mark the 10th anniversary, and it feels like it's the right time to quote-unquote retire. But at the same time, if it's something I still want to do, I mean, you know, it's not like it's such hard work. You know, I gotta retire because I can't physically and mentally do it anymore. If it was, I probably would stop. At 10-year anniversary, perfect time to stop. I mean, but I don't really want to stop. I figure by the time I get to that point, you know, I still want to do stuff. I feel like this year I'm going to go all out until the 10th anniversary. Then after that, it's going to really be like play it by ear, like I've been doing. Which is why I usually don't announce anything, because Magus said, don't announce anything, because you don't want to stress yourself out to where you got to meet certain deadlines. Don't announce anything. So I've tried not to announce anything. This year may be different leading up to the 10th anniversary. I may announce a few things, I may make trailers, I may not. But I figured by after the 10th anniversary, I may just, after that, not stop. Maybe take a small hiatus, who knows. Start playing projects by ear again. And so, and also in December of this year, sadly, will mark the 10th anniversary of X-Gemini's death. And there's a few years in a row where I would do a tribute to him, because he loved Mega Man 3. Me and Green would do Mega Man 3 projects together. This December 11th will mark the 10th anniversary of Robbie's death. And me and Green talked about this about a year or so ago. If I'm still doing videos about that point, which I most likely will, I want to do a low budget review of Mega Man 3 as a tribute to X-Gemini to commemorate its 10th anniversary. I've done various Mega Man 3 videos on YouTube. I did the LP in 2009. I did the SC2K LP. I did the You Know Death Challenge. I did the SC2K show 2007 reviews of the game. I did a live stream of Mega Man 3. Now you're going to see another variation of Mega Man 3. In December of 2017. Hopefully Green will be in it. If not, I'll do it myself if I have to. A low budget review of Mega Man 3 to commemorate Robbie, who loved Mega Man 3. And so yeah, that's pretty much my tentative plan for this year. 2016 started as a year where I started doing streams. 2017, I do plan to do a lot more streams. What are they? I don't know yet. But yeah, so that's my outlook on 2017 and what I plan on doing. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to get to September 1st. And what am I going to do September 1st besides a video saying, hey, it's my 10th anniversary? I don't know. I may have a video, I may do a review. I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on what I got going on, what my friends got going on. I mean, like I said, this is just a hobby. I don't get paid to do it, so I should not kill myself to do it. It's just for fun, and 2017 will be a very interesting year for the Ronmower channel, the SC2K channel, and for live streaming. So look forward to a bunch of stuff on both channels. And I want to thank everybody that was involved on my channels this past year. Tibbs, a new member of the SC2K crew. Logan has been doing some commentaries with us as well. And J-Man and Wee Guy, the usual crew that does videos with me. And there's some others. I sincerely apologize. Don't mean to forget anybody. And I want to thank people for watching my live streams, like Tips, of course, Nick Liberto. Some new people I've met. I forgot some of their names because I only talked to them one time. People that have been watching me for years and years and are just now letting me know. That is a feeling I still can't get over because it's awesome. There's people in the shadows. As Skip Rogers would say, you're fighting shadows here. There's people in the shadows lurking in the background watching me. Okay, that sounded creepy. Scratch that. There's people still watching me for the past, I don't know how many years. And I don't hear from them, but I know they're there. And, man, that just blows my mind. So thank you for watching. Even though you haven't said nothing to me, thank you for watching me. And, yeah, thank you very much for supporting me just by simply watching. Even though I would love to hear from you with comments and suggestions and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Thank you very much. And, yeah, so that is it. I am out of here. I just felt like rambling and talking about my vision for 2017, my 10th year. After that, beyond the 10th year anniversary, who knows what's going to happen. So, we'll see. Maybe there'll be a 20th anniversary. Highly doubt it. Then again, knowing me, I may still do it. Alright, guys. That is it. I am out of here. Once again, Happy New Year. And let's hope that 2017 on YouTube will be ECW. I'm Ronmower. God bless. Take care.